All right. We are back. Smoke and Mirrors, episode 35. How we living there, big dogs?
Yeah, good.
Going real good.
Good.
Going real good.
I've got the adrenaline rush of a fucking lifetime.
Badly, man.
Fucking spiders, man. Fuck me up real bad.
I thought there was like a full on emergency, like someone like needed to die. This okay.
You to
This like looked like that GIF where the kid sees something on the computer and then he's like,
Oh, fuck. I shit my pants, man.
Oh.
I got to go wipe after this.
That's why I keep the wet wipes on deck.
Fucking hell. But, fuck.
It is Australia. We have the creepy crawlies going crazy.
We do.
Yeah.
That's why I keep the slide on deck. Holstered.
Fucking badly.
Yeah.
The quick hand of the West.
Oues hit that spider on the curtain with the double, like this is the supportive slide. I just demucked him up.
Let's hit him with the Hulk fucking Sonic clap.
Fuck. I was a little bit shaky after that. Oues legs just went bitch. Just like rubber legs.
No, those legs when you're trying to run away in your dreams.
Yeah, badly.
Wake up and you've kicked all the sheets off your bed.
Oues just had sea legs straight away.
Oh, fuck. We got high energy though. High energy. Let's get it. Moving into our streaming news for the week. Really like cool news is that Hannibal may actually come back thanks to Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've seen with the pandemic things getting like life again, like Unknown, the Liam Neeson movie that was kind of unknown before that, and Hannibal is kind of getting that sort of cult Netflix following.
Yeah.
I don't know if Netflix is the place where you're getting cult movies now, or movies that will become cultish.
It's
Culted.
It's weird that because like they're not a hit like at the cinemas or when they're on TV, but then once it comes to Netflix and people actually have time to watch it, blows up.
Yeah.
I honestly think like Unknown would have been lost in the sauce with all the other Neeson projects at that time, because that was like the renaissance during that time. You know what I mean? When he came back with Taken. And-
Unknown was what? Which movie was that?
It's the one where he loses his memory.
The one that's directed by the French guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jean Colette Sauer.
Yeah.
I don't remember liking it in the cinema.
Now we watched it at the movies. It was
Yeah.
trash.
But I don't know if I went back now, I might enjoy it, because maybe I was thinking like Neeson was just going to be like punching Oues in the face constantly.
But didn't that happen at the fucking end of that movie?
Yeah, but that's when like he Jason Bourne'd it.
I know. I remember everything. And then he was just an action star. That movie went from like this really serious sort of fucking, it was almost
mystery.
The fugitive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
And then it turned into a fucking Speed at the end of the movie.
Yeah. But Hannibal as well, because I actually found it on Netflix.
Okay.
So I didn't watch it during its initial run, like
Yeah.
the ABC one.
Yeah.
It was on Netflix where Netflix taught me.
Yeah.
Yeezy taught me.
And I binged it, man. I smashed through it. But
So good though.
I also thought like Hannibal came out at the wrong time.
Mm.
Like free to air TV was not at the height of its like thing.
Yeah.
Where streamers were kind of coming in during that time.
If MGM went to Netflix first and said, "Hey, we got the show. You want to do this show with us?" Then we would have had the violence. Then we would have had the swearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might, maybe not at that time, have gotten sort of bigger cast together as well.
I think the cast was perfect. What they had was awesome. But like I think this was like offset because it was NBC, right? But during that time, you've seen Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, all these shows that were able to do basically whatever, show whatever. And I reckon this just got lost in the sauce. But
It's weird this though. Like when I think about it, like we always had HBO for this sort of content, right? So you wanted to make this content, you go over to HBO.
Yeah.
But then it was the boom of all the other cable networks, right? So you had like the massive resurgence from like AMC, because AMC has always been like, you know, it's more that channel on TV was always the old time movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
was always the old time movies. But then to see them like the resurgence that they made with like Walking Dead and then Breaking Bad before that, like it was just, it's unreal. And then you had the FXs of the world sort of coming up, which has always been a big channel, but it's just never been.
It didn't have the content on there.
There was no content.
And then Sons dropped.
That's it.
And Justified dropped. I think The Shield was also FX, or was that Warner?
I think The Shield was FX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Showtime as well, because then you had Dexter come through.
Yeah.
Showtime had some really good shows.
Yeah.
There weren't none of them were ever at that HBO level.
No.
Because HBO, it looks like pumps more money into that sort of stuff and takes a while to sort of push out a show.
Yeah, but it was Game of Thrones.
Well, I'm thinking about The Wire. I'm thinking about Sopranos. I'm thinking about
Before that?
everything else that they did.
But at its fever pitch, everyone was watching Game of Thrones.
At its fever pitch, everyone was watching Sopranos.
I think Game of Thrones was more watched than Sopranos.
I don't think so.
I think
Someone qualify that shit. I haven't got my phone on me.
Where's your phone?
I was
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Say hello to the audience.
So I think there's a major difference between HBO back then compared to Thrones period as well. Whereas there was more availability for streaming with Thrones, whereas back in the day with Sopranos, The Wire, while there was streaming capability, they were also still box office television in that it wasn't a set-top box, but it was like a channel, right?
You realize because of what they did with Sopranos, Sunday night, 8:30 was Sopranos night in the US. Because of what they did then, everything drops that time.
Yeah,
to this day, The Judge, which is out on Showtime or whatever it is. Yeah. Sunday night, they got the Sopranos slot. HBO set that up.
I'm not saying that
What's-his-face took that
Sopranos.
same spot to Game of Thrones.
I'm not saying that Sopranos didn't have an impact. What I'm saying is that Game of Thrones had a bigger viewership. Like if you think about when Game of Thrones dropped, digital all the way through, you could get Game of Thrones. Yeah. That's why I know that Game of Thrones was a global phenomenon. But Sopranos was more sort of US based. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy Sopranos a lot more than Game of Thrones.
Sopranos is the better show.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying Game of Thrones had a bigger impact in terms of viewership than Sopranos.
Like whenever I think of HBO, like besides Thrones, I always think of when the HBO Go app launched, and it never came to Australia. But one of the biggest draws.
But we had that shit, baby.
But yeah, I'll always remember
Like
Sopranos.
True
that,
Detective.
Yeah, that was a big drawing piece. But yeah, like digital compared to back in the day, like they will be different, and there's always going to be more people like later on that will pick up to the craze after. But I think for like a week by week viewership type thing, Sopranos might have it in the bag. Pre-season 3 Thrones.
I think you are chill.
See next episode. I'm just not here. We had to make a few adjustments.
I was just post up a missing post.
Fuck, did I ever tell you about Aham? Me and Aham was talking wild shit, and that guy was like, "I'll put your face on a fucking milk carton." Fucking hell.
Mads was also talking about the so he was on the Happy Sad podcast. Happy Sad Confused podcast. And he also touched on the Rogue One edits.
Yeah.
Right. So he was saying like them edits not really that much.
Yeah, no. It was more around like when he did the scene last.
Yeah.
Like he was in a different place.
Yeah.
And had something different. And then now he's like holding another thing, or he's not holding, or he's in a different place.
Yeah.
So it was
Maybe
more
little pieces of dialogue that they changed.
Yeah.
Like that's really it.
I think a lot of it was like action beats.
I think so.
Like if you look at the trailers, there was that bit with her facing the TIE fighter at that satellite at the end. You know what I mean? Whereas I think they wanted to make it more personal and not just have her fucking have this massive battle around the satellite.
Yeah.
And the action to kind of ramp up.
Yeah.
Like why would the TIE fighter just single her out?
It was it was action. I like it because it's action with a purpose in that movie.
Yeah.
It's not action just to be action.
That's why that
Hey, let's
third
put an
act
action
is-
beat in here. Like,
Yeah.
why?
There is a lot of action in that movie though.
Yeah.
There is.
Like, and damn, what was I going to say? I lost it. I lost it. I enjoyed it though.
Yeah.
Whenever I think of Rogue One, I love the how grounded it was, and it was like the little guy that wasn't Jedi, wasn't like Han Solo or anything, and they were taking on their adversaries, which is like, you know, the Empire, but they fucking got through that shit in their own way.
It was just literally the story of the little guy, right?
Yeah. I also like that it wasn't like black and white, the good guys.
Yeah.
Like Andor was out there shooting his own men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was like going to kill someone that was potentially part of the resistance.
Yep.
And then like having his conscience affected. So that's why I'm excited for Andor to kind of explore that. The gray areas. Should have just called it the gray.
You see Jane Erso comes up to him and was like, why did you kill your own men? And he's like, why? No, when? And she's like, when what? And he's like, when did I ask, cunt?
Jeez. When did I ask your opinion? So Apple has acquired, like they've been busy. A lot of streaming services and studios have been busy with virtual Sundance going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny that, Virtual Sundance.
Yeah. I know. But they had a virtual Cannes as well, I'm pretty sure.
Well, there's places in the world that are open. Like Spain is wide open right now. So I don't know why they just wouldn't like, okay, it's not going to be in France. We're just going to take the train 90 minutes and go to Spain. Like,
Yeah. That's true.
Let's go to Spain for whatever reason. I want to go to Spain, man.
Oh, man. Just
Next level.
tapas on deck and drinks and the sights. The sights.
I got you in my Oakleys. So Apple acquired Coda. So Coda's this movie about this girl that she is the only hearing member of her deaf family that runs this shipping business, right?
Yeah, they're
So
fishmongers or something.
So yeah, they're fishermen. So they rely on her for kind of everything and her connection to help them.
Yeah.
So she gets this opportunity. She gets a scholarship to a college. And then it's like that sort of conflict.
Yeah.
Because how is it going to alter their lives? Should she leave? Her guilt and everything. So it sounds like this real weighty sort of film.
Yeah. I think the girl is nominated for Golden Globe.
Is she?
Yeah.
That was quick.
Yeah.
They just like screened this.
It's within the time.
True.
It's within the time now.
True.
Yeah.
There was also a movie called Jockey that was also picked up.
Actual jockey.
So CCJ, Clifton Collins Jr. plays like this jockey, right?
Yeah.
And he's kind of he's aged out basically, but he wants to win one last cup for like the owner.
Yeah.
And then this new rider emerges and like that's his competition. But then you find out the rider is his son.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
CCJJ.
Yeah. CCJ going for the Oscar with this one.
CCJ is a bit tall to be a jockey. I got to tell you.
Is he?
Yeah.
He was tall in Boondock Saints too.
Well, he's like Ed Harris is like 6 something. Just on 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
Ed Harris is 6 foot?
Yeah.
No way, man.
Man's is taller. He's nearly as tall as Sean Connery.
I think even Connery was short.
No. Connery was 6. Connery's your height. Couldn't be Bond otherwise.
Oh, shit.
Maybe Connery was hunching.
No.
So Connery was like 6'2".
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to confirm Harris's height there.
Yeah, because he's nearly as tall as Sean Connery, right? So he's about this much shorter than Sean Connery.
Mm.
Clifton Collins is standing next to him in what's his face in
Pain and Gain?
Westworld, and he's nearly as tall as him. He's a bit too tall to be a jockey.
Fuck. I gotta watch Westworld, man.
But he is lean.
Very lean.
And I think he probably got leaner for this.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, that's one of the ones that also got picked up. And there was a fully animated documentary about this guy, this refugee from Afghanistan trying to get out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think he ends up being gay as he goes to America. And then it's I think the turmoil and the conflict of telling his family that he's gay.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was also picked up for like $1 million. I don't know what studio, what streaming service or whatever.
Can you imagine being that director? Your movie got bought for $1 million.
That's big, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
$1 million.
But that's why they go. Like, you can enter into Sundance. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? So anyone can just like, hey, I'm going to enter this into Sundance.
There's probably so many entries, but then they just get sort of cold.
Isn't that where the Del Toro picked up that director who did Mama?
Machete.
Yeah, Machete did Mama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't. Oh, no, not that one where you turn the lights off and she appears.
David F. Sandberg.
Yeah.
Lights Out.
Yeah.
That was YouTube. So he made a short film.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that's...
Yeah, I watched that shit.
And then James Wan
Like,
turned it into a feature.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the movie. Was it Mama that Del Toro like picked up and got Muschietti to do a full feature length for it, like a proper?
Might have been, because I think that was a short film too.
Yeah.
Still haven't watched that.
You haven't watched it? I haven't watched it in years. So if I watch it again, it would be like the first time.
We'll check it out.
The brain hymen grew back.
So we got Tim Robbins there. Tim Robbins is joining Amazon's Power.
Cool.
Yeah. So this is based on Amy Alderman's sci-fi novel.
Yeah.
And it's set in a world where teenage girls suddenly develop like the power to electrocute people. Yeah, they all become the Emperor. Or Rey. One of the two.
I am the Sith, my little green friend.
Treason.
Yeah. Fuck that, Yeah. So it leads to a complete reversal of like the power balance in the world, which is cool. So like Robbins is going to replace Rainn Wilson. I don't know why Rainn Wilson wouldn't do it. Sounds like something he would do, but maybe they beefed up this role then.
Maybe.
For the old Robbins. Yeah. So he's going to play a self-righteous and self-important Republican governor.
Yeah.
In Washington.
And he's going up against Leslie Mann.
Yeah.
Who's like she's the
Democratic.
The other leader, the opposing leader.
Yeah.
Sounds like it could be good.
All right, I hope it is. It's Amazon. There'll be money there.
This is a show or a movie?
Show. Yeah. Series.
Big things for Leslie Mann. I like it. Judd Apatow's missus, yeah?
Yeah.
What was the last thing Tim Robbins was in? Been trying to think about it this whole time.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I haven't seen him for a while now, to be honest.
Yeah. He's just been chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Susan Sarandon.
Fuck. Speaking of Tim Robbins is a tall motherfucker, man.
Yeah, he is.
He a tall motherfucker.
Yeah, he's tall.
Yeah.
But they show him as tall.
Yeah.
It's Andy Dufresne.
Tall glass of water.
And it cost me eight packs of cigarettes that night.
So we also have news about Little Things as a solid box office. Shit.
A turgid box office. So this scored, I think it was like $13 million in terms of the weekend haul.
Which is like considering
It's COVID?
cinemas are at 50%, some of them.
Yeah, and simultaneous release on HBO Max, where it also proved a big hit.
Which is quite good.
Yeah. So a lot of eyeballs on the little things that like last weekend.
So what does it say though? So in theory, if this were to have launched normal launch, how much money would they have made?
To be honest, I think it would have been lost.
Really?
Yeah.
It's $4.8 million.
$4.8 million,
in
not
the
13.
US. In the US.
Yep.
You know that Denzel is the only star you can put in a movie that you were guaranteed $100 million back?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So this would have made at least $100 million. Guaranteed. Every movie that, even Safe House, made over $100 million.
Safe House was enjoyable, though.
It's fire, that movie. Yeah. I'm going to watch that shit tonight. I've been in my Denzel bag lately.
I noticed. This
Like-
movie was trash anyways.
You didn't like it?
Nah.
I love this movie.
Nah. Payoff was horrible.
Oh, you
Really?
So you finally watched it, huh? Finished it off?
Finally found me, big dog. I did, man. And yeah, I'll get into it at the end there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks. Oues has had a chance to watch it. So Ryan Coogler, Bob Iger, Disney are all getting in bed together for a Wakanda series. This is cool because it will focus on the country of Wakanda and all their goings on. They haven't specified any details, characters, nothing. But I kind of think that it's going to be in the same vein as like a Gotham, where it'll be the goings on of the town, not adventures of Black Panther.
Not what's happening in the kingdom, essentially.
That's right. But I was thinking, you know, those centers that they're setting up, you know what I mean, in LA and to help the rest of the world. What if someone stole that technology? What's the team that goes out and reclaims it?
Though they're war dogs that have to go out there and reclaim it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Daniel Kaluuya, his character was the head of the war dogs.
He was the border tribe.
Yeah.
So he would, anyone that infiltrates, he would like be there to knife saver him in the back. What's his face? Who was head of the war dogs? They don't say.
They don't say, no.
Yeah.
Because they just say we have war dogs all over the place. Yeah.
I'd like to see like how they kind of initiate and train for the Dora Milaje. I'd like to see the infiltration that kind of goes on and the training behind that. Like they could have it like these kids kind of growing up in training and then their journeys as they sort of like either bond and then separate and the relationships built and broken and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Traders.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that second thoughts about like Sterling K. Brown's character got caught up in LA.
Yeah.
Had a kid and stuff like that. That'd be cool to kind of bring that drama into this. Yeah. And it's Coogler. So it's going to have more meat and weight in the role. And it's not going to be some shallow piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's not putting his name on there to produce, write, and develop something that's just going to be
popcorn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If he is going to do it as well, LA is going to feature in it.
I hope so, man.
Yeah. It features in every one of his movies.
That'll be so cool. So
that's the biggest part. Like it's always LA. So even in Rocky 2, we go from Philly to LA. We go from LA to Philly in what's his face?
Creed 2.
In the first
one, yeah.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Yeah. Like just thinking about it with the events of Black Panther ending, Killmonger's influence could affect a whole bunch of people around him, considering Kaluuya's position at the end of the first Black Panther. So it could lead into the possible culling of a civil war and things like that. And if it does come to that head, so it'll be really interesting to see in how they regulate and govern their people in Wakanda. Like we understand that it's fairly done, but we don't know the details in that as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
True. Hopefully it just doesn't turn into episode 1. It's just politics on deck.
They do it politics like what's his face? I'd be interested.
House of Cards?
House of Cards.
Yeah.
Then I'm like,
But
I'm all in.
But that's Game of Thrones. That's more Game of Thrones than it is episode 1.
Yeah.
Mm. I'm thinking they do politics like fucking Sons of Anarchy.
Jeez.
All at the table.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited about this. Anything that Coogler does, like Coogler gets a pass.
Mans has been away for too long though.
Yeah.
But he's been developing. Like he was developing Black Panther 2. He was writing it, getting it done. You know what I mean? And then unfortunately, we have Chadwick pass away. And it changes the game for him. I'm surprised that they're getting up and they're gonna shoot Black Panther this year.
I just noticed have you know the last scene of Endgame when they're all together?
Yeah.
Did you notice how skinny Chadwick is there already?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's sad.
Yeah.
He looks skinny.
Yeah.
In Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah.
And they were shot back to back.
Back to back nearly. But we always thought that it was for what's his face? The Five Bloods.
Yeah.
That's what we thought.
Or for a role.
Or for a role, yeah.
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 Sad shit, man.
Yeah. So there's rumors of a possible Frasier revival at Paramount Plus as well. I've never really delved into the Frasier lifestyle. I've always been a Seinfeld kind of man.
Same.
When I was in hospital for 6 weeks, that's what I used to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Frasier.
It's always on.
Yeah. It's kind of trash.
But
some of the jokes is just too highbrow for me.
I know, man.
But Kelsey Grammer kills his role. David Hyde Pierce is he's really good.
Mm-hmm.
The chick that plays Roz is awesome. They've got a real.
It's his dad, man.
His dad passed away though.
Yeah, but his dad for me,
he was the best part.
It's the best part.
Yeah.
And the dog, Eddie.
See,
my guy.
I didn't even know those characters. But yeah, they're eyeing this. This hasn't even been greenlit.
Nah.
It's just potentially there.
Yeah.
But they're just gonna start reviving everything.
Why wouldn't they? They've got their own streaming service.
Yeah, it's true. And they're looking
Do you
for
know how
content.
much property they have over there at Paramount? There's a lot. The next couple of months, you're going to hear about some new Transformer thing that they're going to do over there.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to do. They need to bring eyes to their specific streaming service. So all of their Cybertron and all that sort of stuff that they did over at Netflix, we're going to start doing that in-house now.
I'm surprised they didn't have something ready to go for the launch of Paramount Plus.
I reckon they'll probably they could. It's pandemic and everything that we're in right now, they probably couldn't do it. But I think later down the track we'll get a Bumblebee 2 or something like that.
Straight
to what's his
Paramount
face.
Plus.
Yeah.
That'd be big. That'd be real big.
That'll bring eyes, man.
Would.
Yeah. All right. So we got the some casting news from Mike Flanagan's new movie, Midnight Club. So Mike Flanagan is the guy that did Doctor Sleep and just
did
something else mad he did.
Did The Haunting at Bly Manor, did The Haunting at Hill House, he did fucking the other Stephen King, Gerald's Game.
Yeah. Gerard's Game.
So he's been putting in quality work for some time.
Putting the work, man. I love this though. This gets it. He gets King.
Yeah.
He's almost like our version of what's his face. Did Shawshank.
Frank Darabont.
He gets it. He understands. He can see it.
Yeah.
And he knows how to sort of put it to screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this will be interesting because this is an adaptation of Christopher Pike's novel series.
Yeah. So this is a story set in the Rotterdam home. And it's hospice for terminally ill kids. Yeah. And it's a group of patients that gather together at midnight to share scary stories. So they make this pact that whoever dies first will contact the other from beyond the grave, which is kind of scary to me.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a few young actors cast. So Adia, I'm pretty sure she's just got one name. Igby Rigney, Ruth Codd, William Chris Sumpter, Aya Furukawa, Anara Shepherd, and Sarion Sapkota. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They'll portray the
club.
The club. Yeah. And they'll be the young adults. And then Zach Guilford, Samantha Sloyan, and Matt Bydell. They've joined the project as well. But we've also got Heather Langenkamp.
Yeah.
That'll star in here, which is very, very cool.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Heather in quite some time now.
Since New Nightmare. It feels like.
Yeah.
But it's probably not.
Nah. They go and make their bag on like Hallmark and all that other shit.
Yeah.
This could be
horror royalty, man.
This could be cool, man. Like the different story of like, it could be like, Netflix's Tales of the Crypt. If you think about it.
Yeah.
Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah. It's fucked up that it's teenagers.
Who else is going to sit around telling scary stories?
In The Haunting of Bly Manor, she tells the story.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Righto.
It's Carla Gugino with a mid sort of Irish accent.
She's just nice to look at.
I wasn't listening. I'm excited for this, man. Anything that Flanagan does just turns to gold, in my opinion. Like,
it does.
I know there's a lot of people that kind of feel like some of his storytelling can be a little slow, or like, like he just does Stephen King adaptations, but the man's has like, he's put in work. He's also got that Hush movie on Netflix as well, where the chick's blind. Yeah. That's got some of his like familiar faces as well. There's also the O that like really introduced the world to the bad guy from fucking The Invisible Man, her husband.
Yeah.
That O started in, well, I don't know if he started, but he was in Haunting of Hill House.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That guy's jacked.
Yeah. That O looks like Armie Hammer's like replacement.
Army sickle.
That's tough, man.
Yeah.
So Idris Elba, who's doing big things, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also really excited because his wife, Sabrina Elba, who is kind of really nice to look at as well. Like, I don't know where Idris has been like hiding Sabrina this whole time.
Idris got a past. He's got a past.
Because she is fine, man.
He got to hide his wife.
That's why he's got to hide.
That's why he got to hide.
So they're developing this dark fantasy anime series. So his production company, which I think is Green Door, and her production company, which is like Pink Rose or something like that, are developing the dark fantasy.
Mm-hmm. So it should be good.
Yeah,
It's done over there.
About?
They didn't say. They just said it's a dark fantasy anime.
Okay.
Yeah. They didn't say. They didn't say exactly what it's about.
Okay.
I'm in.
Well, it's over there at Crunchyroll, so HBO Max. Is HBO Max buying Crunchyroll? It is, yeah.
Sony.
Sony.
What do you call it? I saw Idris not recently, but he did a set out in Amsterdam for Red Bull.
Oh yeah, DJ set.
Clean. He shaved the beard off. He was clean shaven. It was so weird.
Clean shaven Idris always looks weird.
Clean shaven Idris looked like if you try punch him in the chin, it's all slicked up. So he just.
He could dodge and see. He could slip that punch.
Oh yeah,
do like big Muay Thai moves.
Bad.
He looks like Jay Electronica without the beard.
He's probably going to play Bond. That's probably why they're
Can you imagine?
Just shave it.
fucking Jay Elbatronica.
Even if he was Bond, I'd still have him play. I'd still have him have the beard.
Yeah,
the beard is fire. You got to have the beard.
After JD and fucking Tenet, gotta have a beard, man.
Even JD don't have the beard no more.
Yeah,
Man shaved it off.
Yeah, it looks weird.
Yeah, he does.
It's weird when you get introduced to someone with the beard.
Yeah.
And then they shave the beard off. It's like, who the fuck are you? I don't even know how to talk to you anymore.
Just look at them like fucking what's his face? Like McConaughey.
Yeah.
So we this is exciting for me. I love this. So we have Selma Hayek to produce a film about talking breasts. It's actually like very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's also Selma Hayek, so I'm like, do tell.
It's hard because pause. Because she's not going to star in it. Right?
Nah.
So she's producing the story where this woman in her 40s, suddenly her breasts become sentient.
Yeah.
And then she starts questioning everything in her life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And kind of goes on this emotional journey.
Yeah.
It sounds good. I think it'll be funny as hell, man.
Oh man.
Especially if like the breasts start talking to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. It's at HBO as well. So
Mhm.
HBO Max is picking this one up. So there's going to be everything in there.
Yeah, so this is the deal that they set up. Her production company and HBO Max have like a first look deal, which is
That's the bag now.
Big.
Producer bag? That's
Big.
the bag. Having your own production company? That's like the flex now in Hollywood.
I don't know. We put it through my company.
Plan B. It'll be Plan B.
Plan B is kind of giant now, though. Pause.
Yeah. But that's Pitt and DiCaprio, isn't it? Or does DiCaprio have his own?
DiCaprio's got Appian Way.
That's right. Yes. But that's
And-
Pitt.
Yeah. So like that new movie that's coming out with him and De Niro over there at is it either Apple or Netflix?
Mhm.
Is
Appian Way.
Appian Way.
That's big.
De Niro's got his own as well, so it's probably be on there too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the film festival.
Yeah.
Place New York.
Tribeca.
Tribeca.
Yeah.
So Snyder was talking about his Justice League coming out.
His
Mhm.
Justice League.
And he was touching on the journey that it took to get the film basically up and running and into the public's eyes.
Yeah.
So taking essentially what started as rumor,
Yeah.
Mhm.
mysticism, and just
Like
making it real.
yeah, because there were a lot of doubters.
Oh man,
You know what I mean?
I was one of those doubters.
To be honest,
When I heard about it, I was like, "It's not fucking happening."
yeah, I didn't think a studio would pick it up,
No,
but I also didn't think that Snyder shot this much footage.
Mm.
neither did I.
You know what I mean? I was thinking maybe there's another half an hour alternate takes or
Yeah.
something, so let's chalk it up to like 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Where in actuality, he shot 2 movies.
Yeah.
Basically.
essentially, yeah.
But he was talking about all the hate and like how people are so quick to shit on others and what he called toxic fandom.
Yeah.
He replied and said, like, I'm trying to be nice because like there's some people that I really want to get up there and destroy.
Yeah.
But he's like in like closing, he said, if people look at this as fake or unnecessary, think about this movement because this is the only movement that's raised up to, I think it was like $200,000
Yeah.
in suicide prevention, like donations, and created awareness.
Mm.
He said,
right.
what other group of fans has ever done that?
That's right.
And for what cause?
Mm.
But yeah, like the journey here is like amazing.
Yeah.
Like when March 18th comes around, I think like that massive relief and release for him.
23rd
18th.
is it the 18th?
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. Like it's a long time coming.
Yeah.
So you can imagine like how much lighter he'll feel on March 18th. There's so much that went into this movie.
The emotion for that man.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a movie that he shot while his daughter committed his daughter committed suicide.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And like he said, like he lost the will to fight. Like when it happened.
Yeah.
With all the shit that was going on at Warner's, he just walked away.
Yeah.
So to like have the chance to come back. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Zack Snyder, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like he's been sticking in there. And I know like a lot of his works is kind of mid or inconsistent or a bit too, I don't know the word, like he's trying to do too much.
Yeah.
But like he has some gems in there as well.
Yeah.
In a world where, you know, Marvel and Disney has sort of taken over the film landscape. He is the only other person who was putting out superhero movies. The only other person.
Yeah.
Like he basically put Warner on the map over there at that time.
Like with superhero movies? Yeah.
Like that was all that was there for them.
Yeah. And now they've got a whole universe based off the work that he did.
Exactly. And because they didn't, I mean, they should have backed him more, obviously.
Trusted him more.
Yeah. They fucked all that up.
Big time. Because he had a lot more in the tuck. If they had trusted his vision and just let him kind of like sort of see things through, I think things would be a lot better in terms of the DC slate.
Well, I mean, if they had just said, hey, don't worry about what's his face. The length of Batman vs Superman, we're just going to release your cut as is. That's one that we're going to release.
Yeah.
We don't want you to cut it. We don't want you to trim it. Just release it as is. Fuck it.
I honestly think that he would want to trim it down, but his ultimate editions are giving fans just a little bit more.
But it just makes that movie makes so much more sense now when you watch it.
Yeah. Because I felt a way about Batman vs Superman, the original version.
Man, when I watched the original version, I did too.
Like I needed to watch it like a couple more times to kind of like feel better about it.
Yeah. Same.
All right. But he also teased his Joker.
That's right.
In Justice League, which like is a bit blurred. The only thing that isn't blurred is that Joker card, right?
That's right. It's the same Joker card that Batman has tucked into his gun in the nightmare sequence. The exact same card.
But from the blurred image, it looks like Leto's got long hair. It's a passage of time has sort of gone by.
Older Joker.
Yeah. You don't see his face, so I wonder what that looks like now as well.
When you look at his when you look at him, he looks like the Joker from Dark Knight Strikes Back. If he's going to be in that older sort of phase now, he had longer hair.
And he looks like he's in the white, what's his face?
The suit?
The white, what's his face? The mental hospital.
Straitjacket.
Straitjacket,
Yeah.
He also sort of, like that shot really reminds me of the Dark Knight promo.
Serious?
That very first,
where he was kind of blurred out, but it had Why So Serious sort of painted in red paint or blood if you wanted to get edgy with it.
Oh, no.
Every
It's paint.
Every studio wants to get edgy. Yeah, it looks cool. Looks cool.
Yeah.
We know there's a lot more in terms of the Joker in David Ayer's Suicide Squad, and also like this Justice League that's coming up. So I'm looking to be surprised, man. I'm looking to have my mind changed on Leto's Joker.
Yeah. I actually don't mind Leto's Joker, to be honest. But at the same time, like after watching Little Things, I'm more interested in seeing the ad-lib between him and Batman if they are uniting like that as well, and how that sort of works out. Just that chemistry.
I think Leto's Joker is really light in Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad, yeah. Because you don't get to see him play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like all the behind the scenes antics and bullshit is a bit much for 4 minutes of screen time.
That's right.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I was expecting something different. I knew it was going to be extreme, but he was just shouting in Oues' faces and like smiling and laughing and stuff.
Yeah. But
You
maybe
didn't see the slow boil menace or anything.
Yeah. Maybe Aya had something in the tuck.
Oh, he did.
He's got it.
He's got it.
It's like the Justice League cut.
Because when I think of, as fucking ridiculous as it sounds, whenever I think of the Joker in Suicide Squad, like I picture him as a gangster, but then he's also kind of akin to The Mask, if you want to put it like that. Always coming through in a different appearance, a different personality.
Yeah.
So he definitely plays that crazy a lot different.
Yeah. Yeah. And I wanted to see that, but we just didn't have time to flesh that out.
Eventually. Hashtag release the AI cut. Eventually that's going to happen.
Yeah.
They're waiting. March 18th hits.
They're going to see.
They're going to see how that weekend does. Boom. Release the AI cut that 21st of March.
And Aya himself has said he doesn't need any more special effects or anything. Debs is done.
That's
he
crazy.
said all he needs to do is literally cut the movie together.
Can you imagine on March 17th?
They released the AI cut?
Released the AI cut on HBO Max.
Like, fuck.
So that you then have like the right sort of preface for Leto's Joker.
Yeah.
Going in the
Should be
18th.
cool.
Yeah.
Take us out on streaming news there,
man.
Resident Evil gamer.
This is your bag.
Big time.
Fucking Resident Evil gamer. I'm leaving this fucking place. But
Fuck you, asshole.
So Adam Conover appeared on the Surf Times podcast. And Adam Conover actually he worked at College Humor for a period of time. And during his, I guess, tenure there, he had a secret project for a claymation Star Fox show that he was going to do.
Motherfucker.
Damn.
Which would have been fucking fire. But at the same time, when
that Flippy got to go, though.
Oh, man.
Save me.
Fuck him, man.
I'd bomb that O every time. Game over. So satisfying.
Fuck out of here. But,
you shut up, man.
But at the same time that Conover was working on this claymation series for Star Fox, there was a fucking Zelda series in development.
I'd buy that for $1.
Fuck, it destroys me. But this was all going to be under the Netflix banner as well.
Yeah.
But then shortly after that, reports came out that, you know, it wasn't going to move forward anymore, which was like a big disappointment going through it. But the problem was that it wasn't because of like just issues with development. It was that someone actually leaked that they were going to make this fucking show at Netflix.
Some dumb cunt.
So some like whistleblower motherfucker came out, hit him with the We Got Blade, and then they just fucking canned the whole fucking thing.
Do not open with blade. This is crazy, man. Because Nintendo got cold feet just off the mention of like Zelda's being developed at Netflix, not details about the Zelda show at Netflix. Just it's being developed, and then they withdrew out of everything.
Yeah. So Nintendo works with like a fine veil of anonymity when it comes to their projects. They don't like a lot of people to know about what they've got.
Don't touch it.
And I think that's like a big part of their culture and how Nintendo operates. Like Shigeru Miyamoto and all that, and how they actually discuss work in their projects. Like they like to keep everything. Well, now they like to keep everything in-house. Like they have a lot of Nintendo Directs and things like that. On a very regular basis, mind you, announcing you of like new Pokemon coming to fucking Sword and Shield, new DLC. We've got new Smash Brothers characters. We've got Breath of the Wild 2 and things like that. Well, Breath of the Wild 2 was an E3 announcement, but still, they keep it very in-house for a lot of their stuff. So I think for them to have not so little IP underneath them, they want to make sure that they keep it there so people can't just fucking spread the shit.
Yeah. I mean, a claymation Star Fox would have been crazy.
That works. Like it works.
Yeah.
Especially if they just kept it like in the ships, all the tanks, all the submarines. That would have been really cool to see.
But the Zelda works, man. Zelda works as a series.
Yeah.
Zelda could have been like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But a more fantasy-based Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't need to do anything. Just Ocarina of Time.
That's it. Link to the Past. Like,
oh man.
they do all that. The stories that they wrote for those games were unreal.
Yeah.
Like the story's already there.
Yeah.
You just follow the story.
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time, seeing him put the sword in the stone.
Scabbard.
In the sheath. That would have been
That's next level.
like the imagery in that would have been really iconic.
Yeah. And I think the big thing about Nintendo for me when it comes to their big IPs is that they don't skimp out on the quality. Like even the Game Boy Color Zelda games, Oracle of Seasons and Time, Ages, were really fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Like fucking, they were just top down like Link to the Past.
Yeah.
But they still had their own stories, things like that. And even with their newer IPs that are coming out for Zelda, like it's always quality. And that's what they always strive for. And that's what I fucking love about Nintendo when it comes to this shit. They don't skimp out and just like, yeah, we'll give it to fucking Blue Point or something and we'll just let them do it.
Yeah.
Even though Blue Point's like.
Blue Point's on point.
Yeah, they get it done. I always thought I read news that Peter Jackson was going to do this Zelda movie.
Remember a couple of
Zelda, something Zelda related.
Remember a couple of years ago, they April Fool's everyone and said there was a Zelda movie in development?
Yeah. With Peter Jackson.
Yeah.
It's probably what.
That's the other thing about Nintendo. Those motherfuckers hurt my feelings, man. That last April Fool's when they came through and they were like, Nintendo 64 emulator is finally coming to Switch. And then they fucked us.
I'm not so fast, girls.
Nintendo.
But here's hoping that there is something in the works and we just don't know about it because they are keeping that anonymity when it comes to it.
Apparently, like they're getting a bit more adventurous in terms of letting their IP like sort of be developed, but they're very selective and protective about who they're going to go with and which studio, and you know what I mean? I say pick up that fucking Netflix like contract again and just do it, man.
Yeah, man.
That's what you need to do. It's going to be done with quality.
Yeah.
And you'll have oversight.
Yeah.
And your product will get to the biggest audience in the world, 200 million subscribers.
Send the check.
Yeah, definitely. I think they don't need the money, but if they did, it would definitely be a good help for them as well.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. That's it for streaming news.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of streaming news, actually.
There was.
Moving into Les Films Noirs. So a couple of things coming out of the Spider-Man 3 set there.
Yeah, man.
So we're getting hints at Mr. Negative being included.
Yep.
And Willem Dafoe was apparently spotted on set as well.
Okay.
What if he just came by to visit like Tobey Maguire or something? Toby. He just does the face.
Back to form.
That's all I'm saying. He just like shows up to back to formula and then like he's out.
See that
Deuces.
Sorry, Mr. Defoe, you can't be here.
You know how much I sacrifice. Which is exciting, man. So with Mr. Negative, they spotted sets with Feast painted on the sides of like buildings and stuff like that.
Well, it does seem like Aunt May's setting that up in the second one.
Yeah. Like that was like that charity event that they had. And then, Tom Holland was doing an interview for Cherry.
Yeah.
And then he said, like Spider-Man 3 is probably the most ambitious solo superhero film ever.
That makes me a little bit worried, to be honest.
Yeah.
Last time we heard that was Civil War.
But then, like, I look at Civil War, right? and yeah, cool and everything because I had more heroes in there.
Mm.
But then I look at something like Thor Ragnarok, and that just executed fucking well.
Yeah.
This will deal with the multiverse as well, so I'm expecting a lot of people in there, but I'm not expecting screen time for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I reckon they'll probably all kind of intermingle in the last 30, 40 minutes. Like this
Point and B.
this is gearing up for probably one of the most exciting like final acts of a movie, of a Marvel movie
Yeah.
ever.
Well, we finally get Sinister Six, right? So we finally get a Sinister Six. Once all of them's together. So we'll have the Rhino, we'll have the Vulture, we'll have Green Goblin and his son.
Yeah.
We'll have what's his face in there.
Dane DeHaan debunked those rumors. He ain't coming back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's why you got Defoe.
The
friend.
Yeah. You'll have. It looks like Mr. Negative is going to be part of their Sinister Six then.
Is he part of the Sinister Six in the game?
No.
Does he orchestrate the prison breakout to break out the sixth?
He does.
Okay.
In the game, he does.
Okay.
But yeah, he's not part of the six, the original six. Because the six is Vulture, Goblin, Rhino, Scorpion,
Shocker?
Electro, and someone else.
What do you call him? Is it Electro and the Shocker? That wears the fish net?
Might be.
Or is it Kingpin or Doc Ock or something?
It's Doc Ock
Doc Ock.
is the six.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the
Octavius.
reveal in the
But
spoiler.
I just think of live action Spider-Verse. If they made it like that, I'd be happy as well.
You can't top that. This is the best thing in the world.
Yeah. Here's how the story goes for the next time.
Sam Neill is returning as Odin.
He is. So we might see another. It makes sense because you got what's his face here as well.
Damon
here as well. So yeah, he'll be returning to play Odin on the stage once more.
This little blue baby melted my cold heart.
I love that.
It's crazy that this is like, it feels like it's going to be more than just a cameo. It feels like they'll have like actual roles, Damon, and like you didn't hear anything about Luke Hemsworth.
He's probably in there too.
I hope so, man.
Yeah.
Like that cameo was bad.
You know, the one with the horns on it. I'm a trickster.
Yeah. So we also got some set pics as well.
Yeah.
So this shows like Thor's weapon. It shows Star-Lord's actually in there.
Yeah.
Star-Lord's garb and also Thor's new look.
Yeah.
So we see Stormbreaker in the picture as well.
Yep.
Star-Lord's kind of, he's got his like his normal trench coat, but he's got like a new sort of shoulder guard type thing. It's like golden.
It's a crown.
So I don't know if that'll be the start of the movie, like
Piece
one of their
Asgard weaponry.
maybe that'd be cool. And Thor's new look, which he's kind of he's got really long hair now.
Yeah. Still, he's jacked.
Couple of braids in there.
Yeah.
And it like he's jacked, but he's got like it looks like Quill's jacket, but like the sleeves have been ripped
It's
off.
the Fist of the North Star jacket.
It is. It is too. Ken Shiro's jacket. It looks cool, man. Like I'm liking the look. It seems like every time Taika sort of goes in there, it's like he changes the look and feel. And it'd be funny to kind of see what Thor's look is with like Star-Lord's 80s influence.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's why he's got the jacket.
Yeah.
Considering Star-Lord's been showing him 80s and 90s films.
Yeah.
Considering like he walked onto that fucking ship as Lebowski, he probably had to take the clothes. I love that though. At the end of fucking Endgame, oh, we know who the leader is. We do.
It's
Of course it's you. Yeah, I'm excited for it, man. Looks good. And it's just the start of filming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's so much shit.
We haven't seen Bale. We haven't seen anyone.
The God Butcher. Gore, the God Butcher. Just that name.
Yeah.
That name is so cool.
And for Bale to sign up to it, it must have been good because he doesn't sign up to shit.
So I hope he's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah. And we didn't see, what's his face either? What's his name from Lovecraft?
John Majors?
John Majors. We haven't.
He's an Ant-Man.
Damn. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we get to see him in like just a stinger or something at the end of Thor.
As
Yeah.
Kang.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. Fucking earth.
Because this is dropping before Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Ant-Man will close out.
Yeah. The, what is it?
Yeah, the multiverse saga or whatever it is.
Quantum Mania.
Yeah.
We were way off.
Immediately made it worse.
So Ruby Rose is joining this esports comedy about this girl that's
She's got a scholarship
she's
for esports.
Yeah, she's in esports, and then because of all the men basically being dicks, she sets up her own sort of crew that's all women and
Steals the coach.
yeah.
And then it's the girls versus the boys.
Yeah.
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 It's Bring It.
It's like Battle of the Sexes. It's
Yeah.
like fucking G.I. Jane.
Yeah, Jane was fired.
Yeah, it was fire. Was fire.
I still haven't watched G.I. Jane.
G.I. Jane's good.
Yeah, they go through the full training in that movie. That's
Jesus.
fucked up.
Demi Moore kills that shit.
Yeah, man.
What do you call it?
Believable.
Yeah.
Believable is
Yeah.
what Demi Moore is. Yeah.
It's actually real good.
She is jacked in that movie.
She is, man.
Fucking hench in that movie.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this because it's very easy to kind of fall into a trope of girls versus boys,
Yeah.
especially in the current climate. I don't know. They'll probably spice it up by her having a romantic relationship with someone from the boys' team.
Yeah.
And then it being hard for a pause.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. I don't have the range to discuss this anymore.
Me neither.
So we have some recent set pictures from the Adam Project show with Ryan Reynolds and Mark Ruffalo. Ruffalo? But from what it looks like in the pictures, they're by a broken down car. Ruffalo looks like he's a little bit concerned and Reynolds trying to get away, but they look all rugged, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there's another picture of them. I don't know if it was offset, but they were discussing something with people.
It's Sean Levy,
Yeah.
the director.
Yeah.
So Ruffalo actually plays his father in this.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's teaming up with his 13-year-old self because Ruffalo creates technology, I think, that he needs to stop because he's from the future.
Yeah.
The impact of it.
Say 13-year-old self?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I can dig it.
Yeah. He posted videos of that kid doing the full scene from Deadpool.
Oh, yeah?
The swearing and everything. So
Really?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's an R-rated movie.
I doubt it.
Same. This looks PG-13.
Yeah. Yeah. Sean Levy. Yeah. So we, I don't know what studio it is, but they're setting up a young Captain Nemo animated movies.
I think it's Netflix.
Is it Netflix?
Yeah.
Nice.
No, it wasn't Netflix. That's why I didn't.
I think it's actual streamer though.
That's some other studio, Centana something, and I think it's MGM. One of the two. Yeah. So they're setting up these young Captain Nemo animated movies over wherever they're going to set them up at.
Mhm.
And yeah, it sounds pretty cool. So it's based on a book series.
Yep.
And yeah, so it's like his adventures. So he's the son of Nemo.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
the descendant of.
Yeah.
From the Jules Verne, 20,000
Yeah.
Leagues Under the Sea. Under the Sea.
They need to make a Captain Nemo movie.
Yeah.
That Nemo in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was unbelievable.
It's very intriguing, that Nemo. I'd like to see
Yeah.
more from that Nemo.
What I liked was that he was actually like Indian.
Mm-hmm.
This is supposed to be.
It wasn't like he was like Americanized in any way.
No, he was an Indian.
Yeah.
Because he is in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're setting that up. That should be good. Nice little animated movie there.
So they reckon there might be more movies in the tuck
Yeah.
because it is a book series.
It is a book series, yeah. We'll see how this one goes. Yes.
If they put everything in there that's supposed to be in there, or they hold things back.
Yeah. Which they probably will.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So John Carpenter was talking about his new album because that's what John Carpenter does. He makes his music. And it's like something it's like volume 3 After Death or something like that. Like Life After Death.
I just see it being like just
Already
soothing
done.
jazz music.
Nah.
Or like synth.
It'd be sick.
So he was saying that he's extremely happy with Halloween Kills. He said this is like the perfect slasher film.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
This is from the man that did say, yeah, it's as good as the first one that we made.
Yeah.
For the other Halloween that came out.
The 2018
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, it's as good as it could be a sequel.
He was like,
really played it down, the cunt.
but he was like, after the first one,
Yeah.
this one's the best one
This
I've
one's
seen.
the best one.
Because apparently he hated the sequels, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he was extremely blunt about it. He also slammed Rob Zombie's movies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he hated those.
Hated them. Which I can understand.
As can I.
Especially that second one. I enjoyed the first one.
I didn't like both of them. This is just the feel. But yeah, he's seen it obviously because he's scoring the movie
Mhm.
again. He did the first one.
This is ready to go, though. It's in the tuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they can drop it at any time they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, have Halloween Ends be the Halloween movie this year.
But that's not going to happen, obviously.
They wouldn't drop two movies of the same series in the one year. That'd be fucking everyone would lose their mind.
That was the original plan for The Matrix.
Yeah.
We were going to get The Matrix reloaded, and then 6 months later, we were going to get Revolutions.
Yeah.
Didn't that happen?
I thought that happened.
No, because 6 months later, they were supposed to launch in December. It didn't launch in December. They waited until next summer.
May, June.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Bastards.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is I really can't wait for all these Halloween movies to start
Same.
coming out. Like
Yeah.
I'm fucking dying to watch Candyman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like I just can't. Like I can't wait anymore. Somebody ought to steal that shit. Like seriously. Like I need it. I need that shit.
I would. If it came out, it's mine.
Badly.
You had your chance.
It's mine. It's mine. What's yours? It's mine.
Yeah. So we got Fantastic Beasts 3. So they're shooting out in England.
Mm-hmm.
So they just reported that they're pausing filming because someone on the cast got the vid.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they shut them hits down,
Quarantining for 2 weeks.
quarantining for 2 weeks, and then they're gonna pick it back up.
So I wonder if this will delay The Flash, which is supposed to be shooting in April, or if it means that Ezra Miller don't get no break.
I'd say it would delay Flash then.
Minimally, hopefully.
Can you imagine if what's his face? Oh yeah, it's both Warner properties.
Mm.
Did you guys see the video of Ezra Miller just strangling that chick?
No.
Yeah, just randomly. He just like pulls this chick down to the ground and strangles her. Yeah.
Jesus.
Ezra Miller got a dark side, huh?
Yeah, apparently. This was
Okay.
months ago, though.
It was Miller time for that guy.
It was a chick. It's weird that you just didn't see anything on it. You didn't see any press. I don't know if it was for a movie or what.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, Uno is number one in terms of movies as well, apparently. So the Mattel are making a Uno hip hop heist film.
This is the worst thing I've ever heard.
I know. This is repurposing and making it dog shit. So
Mattel needs to fire whoever did this shit.
so there's a little yachty that's being looked at as the main protagonist as he pulls off a heist using Uno cards.
You know, this whole idea would have worked so much fucking better if it was Monopoly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why the fuck use Uno?
This is the dumbest idea I've ever heard of. Ever. Like ever. This is the worst shit I ever heard.
You see this shit here? This is that kid that copped all of those draw fours in one hit.
Badly.
Now he's just going to bring Mattel down from the inside.
It's the worst idea, man. It doesn't even fit. Like, it does not fit. I'm trying to figure out how you would use the reverse card and all. It's like, what are we gonna do?
Unless he's got a magic deck.
Oh God!
Pause.
And then he's gonna have hip hop on top of that.
Yeah,
like I love hip hop.
Yeah,
like that's my bread and butter. But this don't make sense to me.
No.
And this is gonna like, oh, you got to draw 4 cards, and we got to get 4 cards together. And he's like, he's using the Uno cards to, you know, make out the plan. And you need to reverse here. And even that sounds dog shit.
The last 15 minutes of that movie is him he's gonna be playing the cards as like he's saying them. Then we got to draw 4 more.
So what you're saying is they're making a fucking heist film, and at the end, it's Lil Yachty as the Martian in Men in Black playing the fucking marbles.
Badly.
Cancel this fucking movie immediately.
Yeah, this movie is gonna fucking implode. It's gonna be the worst. Like it's gonna be so shit that people are gonna talk about it for years. This is Razzie Contender of the Year. Razzie Contender of the Year.
Calling it right now.
Calling it right now.
You wait. That first trailer's going to come out and it could be fire. Depending on the track that they use.
It's going to be a Yachty track. So obviously for me, not that fire.
Yeah, I don't like Little Yachty either.
It's going to be that Broccoli song.
Yeah.
I don't even know that Broccoli song.
It's like one of the first tracks now. Like, hello, mama, would you like to be my sunshine?
I already
that
hate
terrible
it.
piano.
Yeah.
That won Song of the Year when it came out.
Disgusting.
Trash.
What hopefully isn't trash is Marvel has found their writer for Blade. So Stacey Osei Kuffour of Watchmen fame and Pen 15 is like that's their writer.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking oath.
Marvel and what's his name? Damn, Blade himself.
Oh, bloody thingy, Cottonmouth.
Mahershala.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marvel and Mahershala actually went through and were looking at writers, interviewing them together, right? And then settled on Stacey.
Can you imagine if he was in full garb and had to use the voice and everything?
That's fucked.
How would you write me?
The world's not a nice place.
It better be like it needs to be. They need to go back and watch that first Blade and be like, we want to make this.
Yeah, this is the tone that we want.
We want the action from 2. This is what we want.
Yeah.
To be honest, I didn't even mind the action and gunplay in 1.
It was fire.
Yeah, man. Norrington was on some shit.
Yeah.
They should just get Norrington to direct again.
Oh, man.
And we need 8711 to do all the stunt work, but we also need Iko, Chechep, Yayan, and Joe Taslim to be there as well.
That'd be crazy if they were like a vampire squad that Mahershala had to fuck up.
Amazing.
So Marvel and Mahershala were exclusively looking for African American or Black writers to ensure that they were sort of portraying the character the right way.
Yeah.
Have we got any word yet on, well, I don't know if we would yet, but ratings, where they're going to take it?
It's a PG-13 movie.
At this point, I would assume PG-13.
Trash.
I ain't getting into this again.
Yeah.
All right, we had this conversation. Goddamn. Kick it off there, VD. It's next.
So we got who's next? But
I'm next.
Andre Ward.
Oh, fuck. So Aquaman is rumored to start to shoot soon. So there was an interview with Dolph Lundgren. I just saw what it was written. The dolphin himself, Lundgren. But yeah, he sort of confirmed that, you know, Aquaman 2 is going to start shooting soon. I'm actually really curious about this. I've been feeling like watching Aquaman again.
Yeah.
Do we even know if James Wan's going to direct? Doesn't sound like it.
He is finishing off that Malignant movie.
Yeah, that's why it doesn't sound like it.
But that's done in the tuck. It's coming out in September.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, he could have that done for a while because it's usually just the press tour for the last 2 months.
It also depends on where they're going to shoot too. It's not here. Because around those summer months in the US it's getting a bit cooler here. You wouldn't want actors in the water here.
Nah.
No.
Especially
Not here.
Even though Momoa would probably do it regardless.
Well, he did it in Aquaman. That's actually him.
Yeah. In like
that
Iceland.
In Iceland, in the lake.
Yeah.
Come on, let me do it. I'll jump in.
But he was laughing because it looked like he farted because his pockets filled up with air. So he killed himself.
But they're saying that this will be out next year,
Wow.
2022.
Okay. So they're going to do a fast shoot then.
Well, if they start, let's say in June, right?
Mm.
In the States or wherever.
Hawaii.
It'll
Likely.
be December next year.
Same as the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They've had success at that slot.
Yeah.
Right. So like if Wonder Woman would to have come out when it was supposed to come out in December at that slot, it would have made money.
Yeah. Sure.
Mm.
Yeah. Excited to see that Lundgren's actually back.
Of course.
Oh,
It's like,
yeah.
I mean, he's one of the royal family essentially, and he's Kira. What's her name? Kira.
Mira.
Mira's dad, so he kind of has to be in there. Probably
Yeah.
die, but still has to be in
Yeah.
there.
Seen that punch coming from a mile away.
Do you reckon he allied with Arthur and then he's going to create turmoil from the inside?
Nah, he's a loyalist. That's which is why he sided with Arthur. He was like, nah, it's a true king over there. Go over there.
That's
my
the
man's
one.
right there.
Hey, yo, big man.
Yeah. So we got so this news just came out. So Will Smith is he's gonna shoot this movie with David Leith called Fast and Loose. So he wakes up Tijuana, Mexico. This is Will Smith. And he's got amnesia. He has no idea who he is. So on one hand, he thinks that he could be this massive drug kingpin who lives this lavish life and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But then on the other hand, he finds evidence that he could also be this undercover CIA agent, right? And he's got no family and all of that. And he's literally just an agent. And him sort of struggling with like, you know, who he actually really is.
Yeah.
And trying to find out who he actually really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And which life to choose.
Yeah. Kingpin, all the way.
This guy.
What do you call
All
it?
the way.
I like
I shut you down, John.
I like when Will Smith gets into his action bag like once a year, every now and then.
I hope it's more face off.
Yeah. The internal turmoil.
Yeah.
And trying to figure that out with the drama.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because they did like put this down as a drama.
Yeah.
And then when they said David Leitch, it was like, you sure this is a drama? Leitch don't do soft ass shit. You know what I mean?
Leach is just sitting there. I can do it.
Chad, I need help with this.
Oh, yeah. You know Chad's going to be there.
You know they were sparring as well when they were talking about it.
I want to make this movie with Will Smith.
Will Smith is my favorite.
I just think of Mr. and Mrs. Smith when Brad Pitt's like, I'm getting married when he's doing MMA.
Yeah. So Resident Evil, the reboot, that's kind of been like, lensing for a while now. Directed by that Johann Strauss.
Yeah. Johann Sarah.
Oh, that's Juan Colette Sarah.
One of the two.
Yeah, it's Johann Strauss, 47 meters down.
Yeah.
So it's looking like a September 3rd drop.
Johannes Roberts.
Yeah, Johannes Roberts. Who the fuck is Johann Strauss?
Hellboy 2.
Hellboy 2.
Ah, yes.
Double S.
Yeah, so September 3rd, which gives them...
That's kind of weird, man. I didn't expect this to come out this year.
Me neither. Quick shoot.
Yeah.
It's a movie, yeah?
Yeah. This is like the reboot of their movie series.
Shit.
So this one is actually going to be in Raccoon City in 98. So it's a full period piece about that shit happening on that night.
Damn.
So this is the one we wanted.
I'm not going to give these O's the benefit of the doubt.
The one we wanted.
Because I'm going to see that trailer, and if one O does a roundhouse kick and kicks like a zombie in the head, I'm out.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So yeah,
if I see green laser beams, like as the UV laser thing that they have, the targeting
The laser
thing.
pointer.
Yeah.
Don't be throwing shade on the green laser beams. Them shits look excellent. Blade 2.
Just Paul W.S. Anderson. That's what I'm throwing shade at.
Fucking
Just that
WS,
whole,
mate.
just
Worst
that
shit.
whole aesthetic. I want to see like a dirty, scary movie.
Yeah.
The one that I wanted to see was the one that they were setting up before Anderson came through. So before Anderson came through, we had a full script that was written by George Romero. And before Anderson was going to direct, George Romero was going to direct. So George Romero directed the trailer for Resident Evil 2. And it's fucking unreal.
Yeah.
Right? Because he did a full live action trailer, but he directed it. And that was what that movie was going to be.
So is that 3 minutes better than everything in Resident Evil 1? Yeah, would be.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, they're saying they're going to go for a more horror tone in this reboot. But yeah, you guys are right. I probably shouldn't ham this up just yet until we actually see something.
I just want to see that 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes of trailer footage just to see the tone and the kind of feel. And even that might be fucking different to what we see in the movie.
You got to go to a mansion. It's got to be in a mansion. It's got to be that first Resident Evil.
Because they might fuck up and then try and make it too big, right?
Yeah.
And have it less about the zombies and more about like the big experiments and shit like that. And even that would just fuck it up for me as well.
Yeah.
It can't be a monster movie.
Yeah. It's got to be like scary, sort of like confined walls.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Claustrophobic as fuck.
Yeah.
Alone as well.
Yeah.
Alone. She can only talk to people over the radio, sort of alone. Like, that's what I want.
The kind of feel that I want is 28 Days Later.
Yeah.
Where like it didn't feel like there was a lot of music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was like breathing.
Yeah.
Like that, it was really quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You need to be able to share those moments. Like, do you guys remember in that remake of the first Resident Evil, the first zombie you encounter, if you run away from him, he's still in that hallway.
Yeah.
But you don't see him. The lightning strikes and you see him fucking just like light up for a second. So
Shit.
yeah, I'd like to have moments like that where it's not necessarily like ding with the fucking jump scare, but more so like, the danger is present.
Yeah.
And just how they're going to get around that.
Intensity's got to be like peaked.
It's got to be like 47 meters down. Like that's literally what it's got to be like.
Yeah. Or like the Descent as well.
Yeah.
Fuck, I was talking to my mate about the Descent last night. Fuck, I feel like watching that shit.
Unreal.
You guys ever watch the sequels?
Nah.
So apparently the second one isn't too bad because it's a direct sequel to the first one.
Yeah. Juno's still in there and still alive. I don't know how.
Really?
Allegedly.
Maybe she's fucking the mountain people. Little hussy.
The mountain people. The Hussent.
Take us out there, BD.
Yeah. So we've seen it revolve.
Yes.
We've seen it get reloaded.
Yes.
We've seen just what it is.
Yes.
Now we're going to see the resurrection. So,
guess who?
Yeah, I know. Guess who? So there's rumors flying around because of set photos and pictures of lanyards that they've seen for the Matrix 4.
Yeah.
So it actually has the title of the movie on the lanyard. So it says Matrix 4 Resurrection as the title. So it's a possible title. We don't know if they'll go with this one. It's a bit on the fucking nose. I was kind of just hoping for them to just call it Matrix.
Just Matrix.
Just Matrix. No 4, no subtitle, nothing. Just Matrix.
This also kind of leans into some of the religious themes that they were going for in the Matrix as well.
Yeah.
And also gives like plausibility to like links, to like how Neo is being resurrected.
Yeah.
And who else is being resurrected? Because Carrie-Anne Moss is in there as well.
Yeah.
Like, where's Morpheus?
It's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Considering the construct of the Matrix, we don't know if they've been properly resurrected as well. So all these questions when we go through need to be answered.
It's the question.
Questions. What's questions?
I've heard rumors that the train man he was the first what's his face? Architect.
Oh shit.
Right? And that's why he can build his own like place in the Matrix that only he can go to. I've heard that he has a big part in this as well.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're in my world.
Yeah. Which kind of makes sense.
So he's almost like the dark web.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what if, right?
Silk Road of the Matrix.
What if like the last 30 oh shit. What if the last 30 minutes of this movie you see Arnie jump out of Chopper and the title at the end is John Matrix?
For me, that the last 30 minutes needs to be what's his face showing up. Morpheus showing up.
What is it? Fishburne Morpheus or Yaya?
It's for them to actually, find out where he is jacking in, and then when they do bring him out, when they do bring Yaya out of the Matrix, and that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it would be, man. That'd be a big reveal.
Yeah, that'd be
they're not saying much.
Like it'd be like that reveal at the end of what's his face of Reloaded, right? So when you just see him, I can feel them, and then just he can use his powers inside of or outside of the Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of hope they don't end it on a cliffhanger. Like I don't want to see more of it if they don't have it ready to go.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind just a definitive end, and this is the only Matrix film.
Yeah. Because they also were looking at rebooting it.
Yeah.
Zach Penn was on board.
That would have been terrible.
Yeah.
They will bank on this fucking film because of previous as well as current fucking viewers coming through. And there probably will be a sequel or two.
I see them setting up a new trilogy there. They're getting their old players in so that they can kill them off so that we can get the new guys in.
I hope not.
That's what it looks like they're doing.
I really hope that's not the case.
They just need to have strong casting when it comes to replacing their old players as well. Like Yaya is a great replacement for, well, even if he is a replacement for Morpheus or even if he's the one, but they just need to make sure that if they are going to make this trilogy, it needs to be, grounded and not as fantastical as Reloaded and Revolutions turned out to be.
Yeah.
It needs to be in that Matrix 1 vibe.
Yeah.
Need to have that vibration the whole time.
Yeah.
Pause.
Because it'd be cool to see the city sort of devolve and become like destitute and dirty because like the machines aren't getting something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, everything would stay the same, right?
Because that machine god is still alive, yeah?
Yeah. So everything they said that the people that want to jack out, they can jack out. The people that want to stay in, we'll keep them in there. So this world is still going.
Yeah.
And it's been fixed up now by the Oracle and by the architect. Yeah. There's also rumors going around that this is the Oracle going bad. She'll be the antagonist.
Yeah.
And if that does go forward, then it does make sense that Morpheus would follow the Oracle instead of what's his face.
Unless, because of the events of like revolutions, remember, like the Oracle didn't end up being right.
Yeah.
And Morpheus then seen that.
Yeah.
Like, what if he didn't? And that's why he's hiding as Yaya.
Yeah.
What if the Oracle that we saw wasn't the Oracle and it was a construct made by the machines to try and throw them off to stop them from actually revolting?
What, like a virus?
Yeah.
What's his face was the virus.
Neo.
Smith was the virus. He was the virus. Smith was the virus and the real one. Neo wasn't the one. Yeah. Smith was born in the Matrix, much like Neo was. Yeah.
We'll see. I'm excited, man. It's coming out this year, HBO Max.
Max.
And that's it for film news this week.
Yep.
Moving into movie trailers, we didn't get a lot, but like I think we got some all right ones.
Yeah.
So we got our first look at Pacific Rim Black. And the sequel, Black Draw. So yeah, this was this looks cool, man. The animation style looks mad, but it looks like fucking Neon Genesis. Genesis Evangelion.
That's what I when I watched that teaser, because it's only 48 seconds, I was like, this is Evangelion.
And it even looks like Shinji.
Yeah.
Shinji Mikami.
It looks like the girl that's in there, is it Red?
Ray.
Yeah, it looks like her.
Yeah.
You know,
And even the suit up and everything looks like Evangelion.
Evangelion's mech look better though.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So real.
Dangayo.
Man.
It's a different.
Is it?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Dengaya.
Ah.
What do you call it?
Yes.
Fuck, is it Evangelion's one?
I don't know.
The theme song.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Very, very upbeat.
Yeah.
Very upbeat.
It's the best, that theme song.
Yeah.
I've had some quiet jolts in my room.
So the trailer, like, it basically just showed them suiting up and then initiate the drift. And then they drifted and yeah, you see a bit of the mech. So they're evacuating Australia
Yeah, which is
in
crazy.
this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't try and evacuate me, babe.
I'll fucking evacuate if I want to, you cunt.
I survived the virus. I survived the fires.
I survived the sharks and spiders. Throw a few crocs on there too. Fucking 2 cunts have been bloody taken by crocodiles this year already.
Jesus.
2021.
Yeah.
Damn.
This week, some dumb bastard got bitten on the hand because he was swimming in a lake, clearly marked, saying that, there's been crocodiles swimming in the water. We've spotted them. 2.5 meter crocodile takes him by the hand, somehow gets out of it. 2 weeks ago, some dumb bastard swimming in this lake. Same signs. There's been crocodiles spotted. Don't swim in the water. Gets bitten in the head.
Jesus.
Mans has to pry a 2 meter crocodile's mouth off his head and then swim to the beach. Not to the beach, but to the,
Yeah.
Yeah, to the shore.
That's a lot of bloody PSI to try and pry a croc's mouth open.
Dumb shit.
Fuck. That's wild, man. I'm
Yeah.
glad they both survived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop swimming in the fucking water, though.
Fuck.
The guy that got bit on the head said, "Now I'll be back there 3 weeks." I was like, what? Champion.
Don't tempt fate, man.
No, man.
Fucking Evil Knievel.
They asked him, "Did you go up there to die?" And he said, "No, I went up there to live."
Nothing to do with my story. Go on.
Him going back in the 3 weeks.
No. I'm talking about in the movie. It's like, got nothing to do with my story. Rest in peace, Apostle Wade.
I know, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, man.
Quality and everything.
Oh, man. Everything. We got a trailer for the Nevers.
Yeah. This is a Joss Whedon one.
The Joss Whedon one that he got kicked off
Yeah.
or left, if you want to call it that.
He was stressed. He was stressed.
We'll
See
never
me
find
stressed,
out.
right?
Can I live? No, you can't win.
Fucking Joss Whedon, more like Joss Whedon.
That's what Water said.
So this is like superhero.
Water having bars for Joss Whedon is hilarious.
I see them dapping each other up after as well.
It automatically cut to Funkmaster Flex. That's fucking bars. That's all it was.
Got that guy in the
dude,
back.
Just the dude next to the CEO. That's all he did.
Sujihara just had a hype man in it.
I know. You got Hamada over the shoulder just pointing the guns at him.
So the Nevers is like this rain, this cosmic rain falls down in Victorian England, and then these women absorb this power.
Yeah.
And then they sort of get imbued with like plasmids, basically, like things that they can do.
Yeah.
They're either super strong or they can shoot out fire or ice.
They're mutants.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It turns them into mutants.
Right.
This is actually, I think this was a story.
Okay.
Like it's how the Inhumans got their powers and
Okay.
the mist and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Red Mist.
Yeah. But it's in Victorian era England.
Okay.
And then they kind of form like a posse to stop.
Right. Elizabethan X-Men.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Very good. Does it look all right though? I didn't watch this trailer.
It looks all right. Tonally, I felt a bit off. They were doing superhero landings and shit like that, so I thought it was like a bit too much.
Yeah.
But it might fit in when you're watching the show, like the attitude of the show. You know, sometimes the attitude kind of like you feel that, and they can get away with shit.
Like normal people don't land like that because we wouldn't land like that.
You know who lands like that? Squirrels.
Yeah.
That's how they land. It looks so fucking cute and like majestic. They do that.
Me, I do. If I drop like that, I say like 3 swear words when I'm rolling after. It's like, oh, fuck, yeah, shit.
O's don't even do the roll. O's will land straight on their face, but the awkward, like, real, like, chin first and then the belly.
Yeah.
It's almost like turtle it.
It's fucking yoga position.
It's a down dog. It is.
There was this fucking night, the Bucks. I fucking went to go jump this chain and I was just pissed. And I fucking jumped and my feet get caught and I fucking
I hate that shit, man.
And I fucking rolled onto my side and got up and just started running.
Run it off there, pal. Run it off.
Yeah, but the worst is when O's don't have the momentum and you fall flat.
The thing that fucked me was that people were watching and all I heard was the ooh. And I'm like, no, I got to get away from the embarrassment.
That sometimes makes an O cry, the oof. I just want to tear up when I
Fucking oof size large and shit. And fuck, that was fucked. My elbow was gone after that.
I was just jump on a train and go straight home. So we also got Tribes of Europa.
Yeah.
So this is from the creators of Dark, the Netflix show. This is also a Netflix show.
Yeah.
And it's set in 2074.
Mhm.
The world is kind of like all of a sudden lost all electronics and shit like that. All their power's gone. So it immediately just reverts back to the Dark Ages.
Okay.
And because of that, people now live in tribes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And get you more highborn tribes and like, you know, from different parts of the country.
Yep.
And then it's these 3 siblings who kind of band together, but then their journey kind of takes them to different places. One's like pursued and teamed up with this guy following a cube. The other one gets taken into like this academy kind of thing to fight for their enemies. And like it looks like he's like in gladiator training as well.
Yeah.
And another one goes somewhere else, I think more technologically advanced. But like this looks all right. This looked layered.
The production value on this was
man
off the charts. So like Netflix got rid of shows just to do this show. Like it's like they were like Altered Carbon. Nah, we don't want to do that. We want to do this.
Yeah.
We'll get rid of that. We want to do this. I like this, man. The look of this looks unreal.
Yeah, I'm liking this tone.
World building looks unreal in this.
Yeah, that's what I mean about the layers.
Yeah.
Like it looks full.
Yeah. Pause.
Yeah. Like it doesn't look like it's just like a set. Like it looks like a world.
You think they shot this in the volume?
It looks like they shot this like it looks like
They built everything?
yeah. It looks like a lot of outdoor scenes.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by that. But they could very well shoot a lot of the indoor scenes because there were some big indoor scenes in the volume.
Yeah.
But-
This looks good, man.
Yeah.
I like these sort of non-English sort of series that are coming out.
Yeah.
Gets me.
You were saying that you watched Lupin.
Yeah, man. I watched the first 2 episodes of Lupin.
Yeah.
This shit is fire.
Is it?
I got to stop watching Lupin because it hasn't finished yet. So I think they released like 5 and then they're going to release another 5. So I
Yeah.
got to wait now.
Fuck.
But yeah, Lupin is really, really good.
Omar Sy killing it?
Killed it. He's unreal. And the
He
story is
always
just
kills
really
it.
good. Yeah, he's good.
Even when you want to hate him. Fuck you, Michelle.
Yeah, so we got a trailer for Cosmic Sin. So this is it's weird because it's a Frank Grillo star that I mean the trailer didn't show much of Grillo.
No, it did not.
So that is because you got old man Bruce Willis in there playing John McClane 2077.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's weird because I thought Willis played an old guy better in Last Boy Scout than what he shows here.
Oh yeah.
Like he's too slick.
Yeah.
There's too much slickness.
Yeah.
Like there's not enough brokenness
Mhm.
to him. But it looks like a big movie though.
The CG on this looks unreal. It's
Like
like they got the budget this time.
Yeah.
They had the meats. Pause.
But they what's his face? They completely do that scene from Star Trek Into Darkness
Which one?
where Khan and Kirk
Yes. Yeah.
shoot through and they got to make
yeah.
it to the
Don't
Navigate
they
to Starfield.
do, Don't they do that in Ender's Game as well?
I don't know. I didn't watch it this game.
Me neither.
Looks all right.
It looks all right. Yeah, I was quietly surprised. I was expecting dog shit.
Yeah.
Mm.
They've got exosuits.
Yeah.
Always good.
That's my shit.
Yeah. Always good. Kind of real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks all right, man.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I'll give it a watch. I didn't like this title.
Me neither. Why would the government call the project that?
I know. And then when Grillo says it in the trailer, I was
I
like,
know.
trash.
I know.
He's like, execute Operation Cosmic Sin. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Sounds like a fucking strip club.
It does. In theory, the movie is about these, people actually make first contact. But then they end up freaking out and start shooting at the aliens. So the aliens think that we're fucking hostile.
Yeah.
They've got this fucking black hole sort of machine that they've set up just outside of our universe, and they're waiting to send the troops in.
Yeah.
So they need to destroy that fucking cosmic fucking doorway.
It's the first Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks all right.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And the last trailer that we got for the week there.
Coming to America too. The second trailer again.
Okay.
This one had a lot of newer scenes. Akeem actually meeting his son, the acclimatization of his son, coming to Zamunda and becoming a prince, meeting his second family essentially. The barbershop stuff was pretty cool. I like that because that was very in the moment, but I wasn't feeling the rest of this trailer, to be honest.
it looked very glitzy.
Yeah.
But you do get the chance to see Leslie Jones, her character.
Yeah.
You see Mr. McDowell,
Yeah.
John
McDowell.
no, his real name, John Amos.
John Amos, yeah.
He's returning to the role.
Legend.
Still looks good, man.
Yeah.
He's bearded up there with the baldy going on.
God, I
Yeah.
had a bearded baldy.
Bearded baldy. And yeah, you get a lot of the old faces.
Yeah.
I was waiting for Samuel L. Jackson to show up.
Oh man.
I hope Daryl shows up.
Yeah.
That'd be unreal.
Yeah.
Daryl's still got to have the soul glow.
If Eric LaSalle shows up,
Still
Soul
needs
Glow,
to have the soul glow, though.
But he needs to have a horseshoe soul glow
That'd be fire.
that'd be so dirty.
because he's destitute after losing fucking everything.
That'd be yuck, man. Because Soul Glow like killed his hair.
Yeah. But it'd be cool if he still had the mullet with the soul glow.
Yeah.
Fuck, how slick would that mullet
Oh,
be?
man, it's disgusting. I love it. But yeah, like, I don't know. Like this, for me, Eddie seems a bit off.
Mm.
He's overplaying the character.
Yeah.
Whereas like his turn in Dynamite is his name, like it's polar opposites.
Mm.
So Eddie came back with that and was like, I can still act. Like
Yeah.
that this is me.
Yeah.
And it was
Mm.
unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah. This feels like he's winking at the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless these are all trailer shots and whatnot. And yeah.
Yeah.
I think like I was watching comedians in cars getting coffee.
Mm.
Mm.
Eddie's episode there, and
Yeah.
he does all the impressions, and I was like, "Fuck, man, you could do that so well." But
Yeah.
then this, you seem a little bit rusty.
Yeah.
What's going on? Because he does that Sammy Davis Jr. impression. I fucking lost my shit. Eddie.
This could be good.
Yeah.
So I just want to watch the movie at this point
Mm.
and kind of feel what they're trying to go for.
Yeah.
What is this, March 8th?
Second, I think.
2nd. Yeah.
Mm.
So soon.
Yeah.
Very soon.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I'll
be there.
I don't know. You might have a baby.
Nah, it's just due for like March 15th at this point. The kid keeps growing. Slow this down for Justice League. And that's it for movie trailers.
That's all
this
about
week.
trailers, yeah.
Yeah.
Lightweight.
Lightweight, baby. So into entertainment news. And like 2021 just doesn't get any easier.
No.
So we kind of lost 3 legends
Mhm.
in the week. So Hal Holbrook passed away in the week from natural causes. So he was 95. Holbrook is a legend. Right? Like he's had memorable roles as Abraham Lincoln. He's been on the Bold Ones. He won an Emmy Award for Pueblo.
Yep.
And he was nominated for an Academy Award when he was 90.
Yeah, man.
For Into the Wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
In 2007.
It's unreal. I always remember Hal from The Sopranos. So when
Who was he in Sopranos?
when Tony gets shot and he comes out of the coma, right?
Mm.
He and you see him like walking around and whatnot, and he walks past this old guy's room.
Mm.
That's Hal Holbrook, and he takes him to the fight at what's his face's room and everything. And yeah.
Wow.
That's what I remember.
Shit.
And he was in there. He was in there for cancer or whatnot.
Mm.
They found cancer in him, and then like he just dies, and Tony like he fucking died. He was in there for what's his face?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. That's sad, man.
Mm.
We also lost Christopher Plummer,
Mm.
legend of the game,
Mhm.
prolific fucking actor,
Mhm.
right? So he was in Sound of Music. He'd done stage plays, Cyrano de Bergerac, Othello, Macbeth, King Lear, Barrymore.
Mhm.
Recently, he was in Knives Out.
Mhm.
Literally 2 years ago.
in All the Money in the World,
Yeah.
he took over Kevin Spacey's role and in a month had to reshoot all of the material. And Spacey was done.
And did it.
Killed the role. Like he was in
Like, what's his face? I always think of him in Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. That's what I
yeah.
Niceness.
He also voiced a couple of characters as well.
From Up? He's the bad guy in Up?
Yeah. Months.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
These two.
Yeah.
And he voiced the pigeon in American Tail.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Never say never.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And then we also lost Dustin Diamond.
Yeah, man.
This was really fucked up, right? Because Dustin was 44, right?
He's a young man.
He only lived half his life.
the age of these guys, man.
Yeah. So he was diagnosed with cancer 6 weeks before. He didn't even really have that long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he was only just diagnosed, but the cancer was so aggressive and spread throughout his body, and he passed away.
Yeah.
I mean, this is Screech from Saved by the Bell. He famously did a sex tape, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
And in the sex tape, like, it's called Saved by the Smell. But he did that as a chance to get money because he's seen, like, he's sitting there on the couch with his friend, and One Night in Paris comes up. And then he's like, what, we can make money off that? So they set it up. Dustin Diamond has a fake cock on. And he does the tape. He said, like, he didn't get millions or anything like that, but he took his shot. He also, like, he had a tell-all book about his time on Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
And there was all these scandals and stuff like that kind of came out. But then when he kind of, like, talked about it, he said, well, no, because I only spoke with the ghostwriter on the phone for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of that stuff was made up.
Mm-hmm.
But he lived with, like, a lot of, like, trepidation and a lot of the cast of Saved by the Bell turning their back on him because of the stories that kind of came out.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like this was, like, half of his life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, he was trying to do things to kind of get back in the spotlight. And it's hard because he started when he was very young. You know, playing Screech when you're like 20 or something like that.
Yeah, man. Can you imagine? I mean, Luke Perry passed away. Can you imagine if if Tarantino was like, hey, Dustin, let's go?
Yeah.
That's all he'd need.
Yeah. And it seems like that's what he was looking for. It's sad, like, and I find his passing the saddest out of all these guys because he's only reached half of his life.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Like Christopher Plummer, 91, Boyd Holbrook, 95.
Yeah.
Like it's sad to see all these legends go. But for some reason, Dustin Diamond's like really kind of sticking with me this week.
Yeah.
And to Hal Holbrook's family, to Christopher Plummer's family, and Dustin Diamond's family, friends, and fans, all of them, we send our condolences because like this is a tough week, and it'd be tough to lose like people like this significant in your life.
Yeah,
Saved by the Smell.
That killed me.
Why would you like sort of like name it a sense that you can't get off the tape? You know? Yeah. Unless they released it with like smell-o-vision or some shit like that.
I didn't get that. They could have gone with something else.
Yeah.
Right? It could have just been Saved by the Dong or something like that.
Well, Saved by the Bell End.
Yeah. Well, Bell End makes sense in the UK, but not over in...
True.
Yeah. Yeah.
Will Smith going to release one. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's fine. So we got the Wayne's World. We had Dana Carvey and Mike Myers reunite for a big game spot. We can't say, obviously,
Which game?
We can't say which game, but you guys know what a big game spot is. And so they're actually coming together. They're going to do Wayne's World one last time, one last run.
Yeah, this was an ad for Uber Eats.
Yeah.
But like it's probably the only time that we're gonna like see them together.
Yeah,
in this makeup. Dana Carvey was Garth.
Still looks good.
Still looks good, man. Mike was definitely Wayne.
Yeah.
And every time you say, like, someone says Mike Myers now, I just think of Baby Driver and it fucks me up. This is Mike Myers. But it looked good seeing them, man.
Yeah.
Like, they still got that chemistry.
Dana Carvey still to this day does the best Bush impersonation.
Does he?
To this day.
I got to see Dana Carvey's Bush.
He's got he does like everything, the voice, everything, the mannerisms, the best Bush. Pause.
Fuck.
Yeah.
When he does the squint with the lick, fucking pause. It kills me.
Squint and lick would be wild to see.
Yeah.
That was good, man. It was good little pre-big game promo there.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on before we get sued.
Yeah.
So Sia has apologized for the depiction of autism in her film Music.
Yeah.
This is the one starring Kate Hudson and Leslie Odom Jr. from One Night in Miami.
Yeah. Machine.
And who nailed One Night in Miami, killed it. And also Maddie Ziegler.
Yeah.
Who like has been with Sia for a while now. So her depiction of music was not a true representation of anyone on the spectrum.
Yeah.
And it's pissed people off. But she's been pissing people off.
Yeah.
Like before the movie was released. You know what I mean? So now for her to come out and actually apologize that, like, it wasn't a realistic depiction.
Yeah.
I don't think this stops anything for Sia, to be honest. This music film kind of came and went. No one gave a fuck.
It's sitting at what? 29%?
Yeah.
Yeah, but even just like hearing people sort of say like this was really, really good. I mean, the thing that it's getting noticed for is Kate Hudson's acting.
Yeah. She got a Best Actor nomination for the Golden Globes. Yeah.
And I think Best Score, something like something artistic in the artistic department, either music or something.
She won't win that, by the way.
I think the thing that like shits me up the wall about this is that when all the drama happened last year, she held her ground. But then as soon as reviews came out and Rotten Tomatoes gave it a shit review, then she decided that, maybe I was wrong then.
You were wrong.
Yeah, you were wrong. And the way that you reacted on social media as well, you were wrong.
Yeah.
And then to apologize and then delete your
account,
your social media after, that's like, that's a bit like fucking babyish.
Yeah.
Fucking own it. Yeah. You're fucking Australian as well. Fucking own it.
Yeah. You can't be fucking around like that.
Nah, man, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah. It's fucking, that shit pissed me off. But moving on to other news. So MGM has acquired the rights to the GameStop stock story. Fuck, that was a tongue twister.
Yeah.
Do you know do you want to explain what the GameStop stock story is?
I can give a brief TLDR for you. But so GameStop stock had a sudden rise in price.
It's a meteoric rise, if you ask the
fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable.
Wall Street bets guys. It's to the fucking moon.
This is like Robin Hood type shit.
Yeah.
Robin Hood type shit.
I love it. So basically what happened was the big Wall Street guys, hedge fund owners and people that run that sort of shit, they were putting stop losses on basically on the GameStop stock, right? So stop loss is when you essentially borrow stock from someone, right? You borrow it at a low price, at the price it is, so $18 it was, right? Yep. You borrow it from them, and if that stock does drop lower, you get to buy that stock back at the lower price. So what happened was Wall Street Bets on Reddit, shout out to them. They got all this, they heard about what they were doing, and they said, fuck that. We're going to drive this fucker all the way to the fucking moon, basically. They start buying GameStop stock, right? They take this GameStop stock from $18.50 to $300 in 2 fucking weeks. That's $30.8 billion that Wall Street hedge fund managers had to fucking pay out.
Some of them are going bankrupt.
Fuck yeah. Fuck them. So this has happened for I don't know how long now. It's been going on for years. This is how Wall Street makes their fucking money.
That's it.
It's ultimately illegal as well.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to do that because you don't own the fucking stock. You're not allowed to. So Flagrant 2 had, what's his name? Belfort, Jordan Belfort on.
Mm. Oh, yeah.
And he was explaining his whole thing. It's extremely fucking, what's his face? Extremely illegal to do this. You can't do this. So now they're, that's the story. I love it.
Same.
I fucking love it. I love it. You have regular people like me or you that can become billionaires. Yeah. There's one guy that has 12,000 GameStop stock, and he's got essentially $60 million in the bank right now if he sells. But he's holding on to that stock. It's unreal, man.
GameStop also turned around and said, because of that rise, we're going to give you 50% trade-in value.
Fuck, it's beautiful.
For all of your games and consoles and shit.
You know what's crazy now? Is that you can trade in a PS4 Pro right now for $260.
It's not bad. Did you see the fucking memes that came out after that trade-in value shit? It was like GameStok have now up their trade-in value to 50%. So now you can get games for 25 cents when you trade
This is so big, this story. We have Elon Musk saying, look, if you guys can get it to $1,000 a stock, I'll put GameStop's name on the fucking SpaceX rocket. I love it.
Elon's always got some weird shit, like wild shit that he just comes up with, eh?
Elon has been talking about this for months, though. That's why he'll tweet out Gamestonk or something like that. He tweeted that out months ago. I had no idea what he was talking about. Now it comes full circle. We know exactly what they're talking about now.
Wild.
He knows, man. I love it.
This would be a good movie. This is The Big Short.
This is The Big Short.
This is like the contemporary Big Short.
Michael Burr. So what's his face's character? Bale's character.
Yeah.
Made $125 million on this deal.
Really?
$125
Still
million.
shorting it.
Come on, man. He knows.
Elon's already on to the next thing.
Dogecoin. And buy AMC stocks as well.
Yeah, I heard buy AMC stocks.
Like that's the next thing. That's the next thing to go.
Fucking the power of just tweeting, it's amazing.
And then you have like these guys trying to shut them down and all that sort of stuff.
But what I'm really loving is the online community actually working together.
That's right.
And we've reported on a few stories before, but when you hear it like work to someone's advantage, like
it's not someone's, it's everyone's advantage.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like it's not someone holding out for themselves.
Yeah.
It's people sharing the knowledge and then everyone sort of prospering off it.
Fucking hold the line, boys.
That's it.
Yeah. Because you get a lot of fucked up stories from communities in Twitter.
Yeah.
It's just disgusting. So it's good to see some form of like wholesome activity occur.
Yeah.
All right. So years ago, we tracked this movie
many moons ago
that Gore Verbinski was doing. So it was an adaptation of the BioShock game from 2K. We were excited as fuck.
We were.
Because we loved, I think, Verbinski's aesthetic from the Pirates movies.
Yeah.
And how he did barnacles.
Yep.
And
all those underwater scenes that he shot.
yeah. And also the property itself, BioShock, which is fucking crazy. At that time, I was a BioShock nut. Still am. I think it's one of the greatest games ever.
Unreal.
So Eddie Redmayne and Jamie Dornan said that when they were like, you know, just pissing around trying to get into the acting game, they both, and also Andrew Garfield, auditioned to star in the BioShock movie.
Yeah.
And they were kind of all like milling around trying to figure out, like, you know, did you get it? Did you get a call back? What's happening? It's sad that it never came out because Verbinski wanted to do this big R-rated movie. He needed like a big budget because of the size and the scale
at the time
of the property.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is just like them, like news kind of coming up now because, hey, they could be thinking of doing it because if they use stagecraft, like these scenes would look fucking unbelievable.
You could do it now.
Yeah.
Now you could do it.
Yeah. So I don't know if you, in stagecraft, if you can do a water scene.
Of course you can. You can do anything you want.
Or like rushing water with an LED screen there.
Do anything you want. It all depends on what you want to display.
Yeah.
I can display this podcast room in stagecraft if I want.
Can you imagine that? Us just blown up?
No.
Do you mean like for them to have the volume depicting rushing water, but it's also in live action as well?
In the foreground, the actor is interacting with it because there's electronics involved.
Right.
I reckon you could do it.
Yeah, they'd find a way to do it. I'm pretty sure they could waterproof the LEDs.
You wouldn't. You would have the backgrounds behind it and then build in front of that. Right, so then you could rush the water through perspex and all that sort of stuff.
True.
Glass and you could do it.
Yeah, because it's a very like it's meant to be derelict. My balls. But it's still meant to have this beauty about it.
Yeah.
Rapture is like one of the best worlds that they visualize.
That 1920s Art Deco architecture. Unbelievable. To see this world realized on screen would have been crazy, right?
Yeah.
To see it now, if they do something with it to tell this story, even if they did it as a show, like if HBO picked this up, and
that's what needs to happen.
Yeah. So HBO needs to pick this up. HBO also needs to pick up Dead Space and do a series for that.
Fuck.
Dead Space would be unreal. That'd be next level.
Unreal.
Because that environment is near one of my favorite sort of settings, Dead Space 2 specifically, how it's almost like this city that's in space that's been built and you're still traveling through space, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah. That's also breaking down.
Yeah.
Dead Space is literally just Alien.
Yeah.
Like to do it properly would be to do it as Alien. And then to get, like, I would just get a Ridley come down and just be just be a consultant for us for this movie. Like, you know,
even if it, like, it's also Alien and The Thing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those guys end up as like the monsters.
Yeah. Necromorphs.
But it's so shrouded in darkness and like it's a proper horror.
Yeah. Whenever I think of a necromorph sort of coming to get you, I think of that scene in the first Alien when they're tracking the alien and they're in that fucking tube thing and then it flicks over with the flash and see it.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Tom Skerritt.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Is he dead?
No. But in the movie, he is.
Okay.
Fucking Walker gets his.
Yeah.
Badly. What's his face gets it the worst in that movie?
Harry Dean Stanton?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a wrap for all the film news that we had this week.
Yeah.
What you watch there, fellas?
Well, we all watched WandaVision this week.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
WandaVision is like opening up.
Got a bit of a bubble to it, you know. They hit the simmer.
Yeah, man. They actually like took it up a notch.
Yeah.
My feeling after every episode of WandaVision is fuck, I just want to binge the show. I get so angry. Like I'm sitting there with my head in my hands, like,
Big cries.
It is because like I just want it to be the next week. Like I almost think like this is the perfect show to binge. So if you haven't watched it already, just hold out another couple of weeks, another month.
Skip past this review.
That would have been good actually.
I'm loving Jimmy Woo's character.
Yeah.
Still. Randall Park just killed. Yeah. Here's like
little Jimmy with a small FBI badge. Oh, you meant about the chips.
We also seen that Scarlet Witch is now aware. She's aware.
She's aware. She's been aware.
Yeah. That the town is like, secluded and she's keeping people out. She's also keeping people in. She's mind controlling. We see Vision almost break the spell as well.
Man, I've seen trailers that they've cut together with Vision like pulling up to the force field.
Yeah.
And you see him come through the force field.
You also seen her take Vision's body.
Yeah.
So now we get why he's alive.
Yeah.
And why that, like, you seen him and he was dead and he's white. So she hasn't properly resurrected him yet.
No.
So she's almost puppeteering his dead body.
Mm-hmm.
So I almost wonder if she's going to just recreate that stone on his head.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if Rambeau came out and her clothes stayed with her and everything, if she's resurrected Vision in this world and he comes out, will he just be the Vision then?
I don't know. That's what I'm excited to sort of see.
Yeah.
Is that will she kind of like basically revive him, resurrect him? Because I want Vision to keep going.
Same.
Yeah. It was kind of weird with the kids and them aging up. And stuff.
Yeah. Don't age up. Don't age up out of this.
But I think the biggest thing, because I don't want to spend too much time on WandaVision, but the biggest thing was that
Evan Peters came through.
Yeah. The Pietro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how they kind of addressed that. Because it wasn't Aaron Taylor Johnson, who's the MCU Quicksilver.
Mm-hmm.
It was the X-Men one. So now this either opens it up to, hey, it's a wink at the fans.
Yeah.
And like Evan Peters is just playing it for WandaVision. Or they open up the door to the multiverse, but they haven't specifically said it's the multiverse.
Yeah. Yeah. Supposedly there's winks at Fantastic Four and stuff like that in this episode as well. Yeah, I didn't catch it.
Yeah, me neither.
There's a video. I got to watch the video.
There's always some 3D model out there.
Always. Yeah. But supposedly, there's stuff about Fantastic Four and whatnot in there. Yeah. I enjoyed it. Yeah. I really liked it.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm invested now.
Yeah. I like those little fights that Vision and Wanda have.
Yeah. Same. Yeah. Wanda seems kind of like the big bad, but I got a feeling that ain't her. Like she's not going to be the big bad.
Nah, it's that the guy.
Mephisto?
The fucking equalizer.
The head of Sword is going to be the bad guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's painting Wanda out. Like, all right. Yeah. You heard it here first.
Yeah. So what did I watch? I watched Bad Company.
Is this the Chris Rock one?
Yeah. Chris Rock and
Hopkins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's kind of trash, this movie. Yeah, I watched Virtuosity, which is good to watch. I watched The Original Mechanic.
How was this?
Bronson, fire.
Was it?
Tremendous.
Better than...
Tremendous.
Stupendous.
How are you going to hit him with the tremendous?
It was. Because that's like the Joey Diaz. Like, it was just tremendous. Like, it's a nice little slow burn, this one. There's no, like, what's his face? Yeah.
It's not like big action sequences and stuff like that.
Yeah, but the whole last 20, 30 minutes of the movie is like this big action sort of thing.
Wow.
Yeah. So they like, they have to go to Italy and find out, like, go kill this guy. But then, like, he finds out that Steve is working for the company and, like, Steve's going to try kill him as well. And then, but he still takes him on mission and everything. And yeah. Still ends the same though.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How was Bronson in this one?
It's the machine, man.
Shock.
Still move well.
Yeah. Still, this is younger Bronson.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So he still kills people and makes it look like an accident.
okay.
The whole, I think, nearly 10 minutes of the first 10 minutes of the movie, he doesn't talk at all.
I like that.
Mans is like, you see him setting up and watching this guy and watching what he does in his house, and then he breaks into the house and sets it up so that it looks like, the gas was on and everything, and then the place exploded. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So he still makes it look like an accident. Like
That's cool.
that's what he does. Yeah, it was
That's
good.
sick.
Yeah. I watched Copland, which is always good. Fucking unreal.
Didn't you watch this recently?
Yeah.
You watched it
I
again?
watched it again. It's just good, man.
I got to go back and check this out. I haven't watched Copland in like 10, 15 years.
Mangold
know.
kills this shit.
I got to watch like
What's his
310 to
face?
Yuma as well.
I feel like watching that. What's his face kills this shit?
Stallone?
Stallone?
Yeah. I remember
Yeah.
watching this the first time, right? And then going, fuck, Stallone really acting in this.
I know. But he is.
Yeah.
He really
Because
is.
he didn't have the body to rely on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his face is always good.
Keitel.
Keitel murders his fucking role.
Spacey's in this one, yeah?
No.
No.
You know how we used to see the video, the audio calls of what's his face? Of Pacino? Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of that stuff is from Glenn
Ross.
Ross, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's crazy. I watched that scene. It's hilarious. I watched Drop Zone again, which is
Mid?
yeah.
I never
Didn't-
liked Drop
yeah.
Zone.
This was like a PG-13 movie, man. Like there's not that much violence, not that much swearing.
This is after Passenger 57, but before Blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like Passenger 57 and then this.
Wesley thought this was the key,
Yeah.
but it wasn't.
It wasn't.
No.
Plain drama.
Back then, the key was what's his face? Hey, do this movie with Shane Black.
Yeah.
Who read the script? Shane Black? All right, cool. I sign on to that shit. That was the key. Back then. He
Or
obviously didn't do
Gus
that.
Van Sant.
Yeah.
I feel like watching God of War, to be honest. I haven't watched that in years.
Yeah. And then that was it. That was how I finished my week.
With Drop Zone.
No. I finished my week with what's his face? One Division.
The Vish. Would you watch there? Bado?
I just kept it light with Full Metal Alchemist. The shit's starting to pick up, so it's getting to me. It's getting under the skin.
Like a splinter. So I watched The Little Things, which I thought was horrible. So I didn't enjoy the last act. I thought,
Really?
why were we here for 2 hours and 15 minutes? For this ending. And I was like, I was expecting a twist that was going to be a bit more, but they just left you with your dick in your hand. I did not like it.
Really?
Yeah, at all.
Do you-
I was like, all the performances were awesome, right up to the end.
Do you feel like your opinion may be skewed because you had to watch it in 2 parts?
No, I feel like I was cheated the whole way through.
Why? What did you expect to happen? Car chase.
No.
shootout.
I didn't expect that. I wanted a more definite solution.
Oh. I like the way he ended it.
Yeah.
Hated that.
So
Love it.
I think it ended the right way, to be honest, because Denzel was Rami Malek in the past.
Yeah, no, I got that. I got the whole the past becomes the future, becomes the past, becomes the future.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I didn't like the payoff that the third act of that movie is 50 minutes, right?
Mm.
And it led nowhere.
I think it led nowhere.
He wasn't the killer. And like I was fine with that.
That we know of. He could have been.
He took his apartment apart
Yeah.
and found nothing.
Yeah, but why would he keep that stuff in his apartment? We know that
He's a crime buff.
This character, what's his face, he obviously had another place as well, right? They didn't take that part, that place apart.
He was
He was a driver. And he was a crime buff, yeah, but we don't know for sure that he didn't do these, that he didn't commit these murders.
But we'll never know. That's the whole thing that gets me is we don't know. I don't care if it just showed some random guy and like he was like sniffing the barrette at the end. Just show me that.
So
Give me that, like just the resolution or something. I thought it was going to be Denzel that was the killer,
But that wasn't
that it was Rami Malek or something like that. But this was just like it left me like I was like, is there a sequel? Like, where's the rest of it, man?
So for me, I think you're not meant to feel right about that last act altogether.
Yeah.
Because it really is slapped together when you think about it, like the whole operation, they're doing everything outside of jurisdiction. And then with the goose chase that Leto puts them on, and then he's just goading fucking Malik and Malik snaps and shit like that. I don't think it's meant to come together ethically or beautifully. I think it's meant to be a situation of we fucked up. He wasn't the right guy. And now it's more damage control moving forward because Denzel didn't want Rami to become him.
That's why he sends him the barrette. It's the little things.
Yeah, I know that's why he sends him the barrette, and to give him that feeling like he did the right thing, because no one did that for him.
That's right.
Yeah, but at the same time, led nowhere. There was no resolution. I'll never watch this movie.
But at the same time, it's not that story. They weren't trying to tell that the movie's not about a serial killer.
It is the investigation.
It's about the investigation of a serial killer. It's not about a serial killer. This is not Seven.
They showed you the potential guy.
Yeah.
I didn't need it to be him.
Yeah.
I didn't need it to be him, but I needed a resolution to that story. That's what I needed. They should have left this fucking shit back in the 90s. There's a reason why it didn't get made for 30 years.
Fuck.
And now you want to start 2021 with that. Denzel is better than this shit. And so is Rami Malek.
Well, Denzel is unreal in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. He's really, really good.
When you think about
That's
it,
they won.
this movie ends in almost you have the same emotion as what Denzel would have had when he didn't find the killer for his case.
So they won.
Yeah.
They won. They beat you.
Who beat?
The filmmakers.
Beat me
You
how?
feel exactly how Denzel and Rami felt at the end of it.
Yeah, but I didn't need to feel
There's-
like that.
Yeah.
I didn't
They did
need
their
that.
job then.
I didn't need. Why would I want to come out of the cinema and be like fucking like single tear or some shit?
They did their job.
fucking Sunday Telegraph man goes on wild hunt for fucking killer. Red Beret killer strikes again.
Fuck, Denzel's toe was disgusting.
That's tough. And then like I fuck myself over again. I watch Game of Thrones. So
What
this
season is this?
is 3, right? So I
Red
watched
Wedding?
I watched season 2 and 3. Yeah,
I think
so
so,
it
yeah.
ended on the Red Wedding.
Oh,
You know how frustrating that end is to that episode?
yeah.
Yeah, but then, I mean, season 4 ends with what? What's his face dying? What's his name? The hot dog.
Ramsey.
Ramsey, doesn't it?
Yeah, the Battle of the Bastards is
4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
the next season.
That's a
Wait,
nice little payoff
is-
there.
Is that 4?
Yeah.
Or does Tywin get killed in 4?
Yeah, actually, you're right.
Actually, yeah.
yeah, you're
that's
right. That's 5.
That for me, like, I like Tywin Lannister.
Same.
Yeah.
That's my guy, son.
But it's Tywin when he's at Harrenhal with Arya.
Yeah.
I enjoy you, girl. It's the most pedo line ever, but like I like their chemistry.
Yeah.
Charles Dance, you little minx.
You little dickens.
But like, how disrespectful is it that Tywin coughs its sweet on the shit?
They had to. They had to.
Yeah.
It had to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Man, that smells good.
Yeah. It's Jules cooking up Storm over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was it. Like I've just been watching Game of Thrones, but I had to go back, finish off the little things.
Mm.
That's it. That's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a big old long episode. Who the
It
fuck
was.
we think we are? Like Joe Rogan or some shit like that.
Fuck, I wish I was Joe Rogan.
in my complex.
Yeah.
Guys, you can
Soon.
follow us on all social media. Check us out. Logo Smith Media on YouTube, and give us a listen on Spreaker. Helps
Yeah.
us out, lets us continue the pod, and I mean, we want to continue the pod. We're gonna really continue the pod regardless.
I know.
But it just helps us out. But yeah, check us out, and stay safe. Love movies and love yourselves.
Get your vaccine.
Yeah. Vape more, smoke less, and wash your ass.